Hey, good morning, growers. Another update for you on a couple of things that I'm watching. I think the main theme that I want to get to you is that you better be ready. Uh, you know, it's kind of looking like toward an early spring, unless we get a weather pattern change right at about the time that it's go time. Here is the European, and let's look at this. Okay, so by the way, I love it when I can go back to my complex map, and you folks are the only ones that can handle it. So we're looking at areas of storm systems and accumulated 6-hour precipits. And then we're also looking at the temperatures 5,000 feet up, okay? So remember, when we start to get into these reds, that's when the soil is going to warm up. So this is where we're at now. But I want to show you as we go out 10 days. First off, what about weather systems in the next 10 days? So on Friday night, right there, Friday night, Saturday morning, a 2/10 to 3/10, a liquid type system moves through. 1/10 to 3/10, let's say. Sundays kind of misses us. There's another one early next week that misses us to the south. We get mild. I mean, look at how our 5,000 foot temperatures have warmed some. So that translates down to the ground, warming up. Late in the week, Thursday into Friday, we're getting toward the end of the run now, so I wouldn't necessarily believe the details, but it tries to gather something over us and form it into quite a storm on the East Coast. That's a pretty typical thing in early March, and that brings down some cold air. But notice out here, okay? So notice out here as we go to the end of the run, 10 days out, look at what's building. That's warmth, plus 10 Celsius at 5,000 feet up in Montana. That would be, solidly in the 50s for us if it got over us. And with this kind of configuration, you'd have to say that at least for a few days, that would be coming toward us. But the point being is the pattern is trying to show that we could have some mild weather in the middle of early to mid-March. Here's total precip. That first one, like I said, Friday night, Saturday, let's call it 2/10 of liquid probably. And then the one late next week adds on maybe another 2/10. So we're looking at 10 days, 4/10 of an inch of liquid. That's not extreme amount either. Again, all of these few things are starting to go in the check mark column of unless we get into a wet pattern and unless it changes right about the time you want to plant your first beets in late March, it's starting to look toward the setup toward that late March planting is happening. Highs today, upper 30s, about 40 tomorrow, Saturday, mid 40s, Sunday, maybe 47 or so. Monday, a little bit cooler, then back to upper 30s, and then next Wednesday, 43. So again, we're getting more and more 40s being common. Here's your 6 to 10 day forecast. That is valid for March 2nd to 6th. Warmer than normal, drier than normal. That's what I was just showing you. And then 8 to 14 day forecast, March 4th to 10th. Warmer than normal, wetter than normal. And remember, this is the expected average moisture pattern going into the spring with the La Nina going on. Now, the La Nina is starting to taper off, but it probably won't end until we get into summer. So still the wetter spring La Nina is still in the forecast. So you're going to want to keep an eye out for that. But point being, what I wanted to show you was right now the first 2 weeks of March look more toward farming than not farming, toward the late part of March. I'm not saying that you'll be farming in the first 2 weeks of March, but we'll keep you updated. And I think you better have the stuff ready. I know you probably do, but you probably better make sure it's all ready if you don't have it ready already. Okay, take care. I'm farmerweather.com meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.